go. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Oh, careful, cat. Right. Hello. Welcome to another unboxing in the Nook. Although rather it's actually an unbagging in the Nook. I'm here with the cat who's not ours. A nice hot cup of tea. Because it's quite chilly. It's it's grey, overcast, windy and chilly, and I'm suffering from, I'm basically pretty tired from Dragonmeet yesterday, but you'll be interested in sort of like, what the hell is that big orange thing? And I will just show you it. This big bag of things. So I'm going to do another sort of like unbagging sort of thing of the things that I picked up in Dragonmeet. Some I purchased, a lot I picked up to review and will review in the coming few months. Some will actually do a proper unboxing of. So here we go. What did I get? Quite a lot, which I will unbox, basically take out and just showcase. Whilst I am being bothered by this cat, but basically he wants some attention. But here we go. So obviously first thing I got was a copy of Twilight 2000, the new version from Free League, which everyone has been sort of like been looking at over the past few weeks because it's just been released and it does look fantastic. Look forward to reviewing that. So there we go, that's on the back. And then careful cat. So we've got this is the Book of Gorb from Lost Pages. Lost Pages is an old school Renaissance style publisher here in the UK, based in Scotland. Does really lovely little books. This is a really nice little cloth bound book of spells that's just come out. And I did something called Genial Jack, reviewed something Genial Jack Part 2 recently. What else have we got in here? Quite a lot. Let's keep going. And then this is, there we go, show you that. This is, you can't see what this is because it doesn't say anything on the cover, but I picked up because of the interesting side. This is called Dot Dungeon. Say an alternate reality RPG. Because there were lots of little sellers there. Basically a lot of content creators, which is fantastic. I love that sort of thing. You know, basically they have a space to come together and show off their titles, and I could have spent lots and lots on fanzines and so on. So yeah, just show you some of the artwork if I can get to it. The cat doesn't put his nose in too much, so we've got a page on classes there. That's really fantastic artwork. I love that. I'll just show you that before I move on to the next thing. So yeah, characters. So lots of little things that I will actually get out and review over the next few months. Have a look at that in a minute because there's all bits of past. So the latest release from for Mortgage, Heretic, along with the screen. That's a little screen inside with a book, but really kind of sturdy. I like a good sturdy screen, as they say. And then we have Bastard King of Thaxford Castle, which is a little thing from Leyline's publishing. I did the Isle of Glassin review, and this is a little fold out. Takes a bit of getting used to in terms of its handling, because you're never quite sure how's it supposed to sort of like fold out, but it does. Then also from Leyline Press, the Salvage Union Beta Quick Start Guide, which is their take upon the mecha battle game, but primarily moving sort of like the battle and stuff, and the basically all the record keeping of damage taken, sort of like moving into sort of like the back end of the game rather than coming quite up front. Oh yeah, and then care of Corone Andrew Pelgrane gave me his copy of I Am Zombie, which is from Pelgrane Press or Eshkaton Media Productions, and that's essentially an old school Renaissance style zombie game. Mark Heinregen's re-entry into role-playing books, and those counters go with it. Quite a bit of cardboard there. Put that there, falling off the table. Next, what have we got? This is Viking Death Squad. That's published from Adiphius. There we go. So a little book, I'll review that soon. Because obviously, you know, the smaller things are easier to review than the bigger things. You know, basically, because they're really big, they take time. Also from Lost Pages, the Chthonic Index. This is something I actually bought. And it's a book, and it's a collection of, it's like fanzine sort of content. Like that. Okay, and I will do a proper unboxing of this, because obviously it's in a box. But I'm only going to do this video today and get it up so you can have a look to see what I got, and it's quite a lot, as you can see, because I barely scratched the top of this pile. So, and then we go on to the index card RPG. So it doesn't actually fit on an index card itself, but I'm sure it's designed so that the contents do. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. But again, review forthcoming. So where have we got to next? Got some more little bits. This is a free adventure from Soulmuppet Publishing, and they do. This is for the role-playing game Best Left Buried, old school Renaissance style game of dungeon exploration. It's easy to kind of adapt. Then we've got Into the Bronze Sword and Sorcery RPG in Bronze Age Mesopotamia. And this is again from Soulmuppet, and it's really tying into the whole. It's a South American publishers Kickstarter, which I really recommend you having a look at. We've got Packs and Blades, more cookie and fantasy. Again, another one from Soulmuppet. And again, I'm looking forward to reviewing Into the Bronze, because I like Bronze Age role-playing games, obviously, because I like RuneQuest. There's also the sort of like the Babylonia role-playing game, Mythic Babylon from the Design Mechanism, which is really good. I've got a copy of that to review, but it's a big book, and this is more cookie and fantasy, which will be interesting after I've looked at Stormbringer recently for its 40th anniversary. And we've got another little pamphlet fold out with no name from Panagiotis Linus and Laura from Leyline Press. So lots of things there. What's next? We have a pre-game lobby, which is a fanzine for that Dot Dungeon game I showed you earlier. So this is literally flying through these. I'm going to post this and show you what it is, and then this is really interesting. In Spirit Isles, it's a mythic Welsh role-playing game, which part of its remit is to teach people sign language as part of the play, and I really like. That's such an interesting idea. That's really fascinating. I'm looking forward to doing a review of that. So time for another cup of tea, I think, because it's quite cold. Yeah. And the cat has settled down now. So, and there's that little book. The Toxic Journal, which is also for I Am Zombie. Where have we got to? So the next thing is the Troublemakers role-playing game from Adiphius. And I've been really looking forward to seeing this. This is a role-playing game sort of based upon the adventures of Tantan and Mortar and Blake, sort of like European adventure comics of the 60s and 70s. And again, really different. I had a game, we played it online and really enjoyed playing it, and I wanted to review it. Moving all these, actually, I gotta be honest, my arms are quite sore from sort of like hefting this big bag around yesterday, because every time I go to a convention, I walk away with basically a big plastic bag for life, full of books to review, and it's really quite something carrying it some distance. So that's a review copy from Modiphius as is the source book for the Klingon Empire. There is also the one I didn't get was the Shackleton Expanse, which I do want to have a look at. And then below that we have, we'll do this one first. Player's Guide for Acton Cthulhu. I will do an unboxing of this at some point. This is basically the role-playing game where the Nazis take advantage of the Cthulhu mythos, and you can get in there and punch them out. This is not a purist Lovecraftian role-playing game by any means. It's action, it's adventure, it's daring do, all against the sort of like a backdrop of World War II. And then we've got the Game Master's Guide. Okay, so this is volume issue 2. The first one was issue 1. Right. Okay, so next. So that was another review copy. Still going. Next we have Esoteric Enterprises, which is the most expensive purchase I made during the weekend, because I really wanted a copy of this, and it's a big book. And really I like it a lot, and basically it's a procedural dungeon and adventure creator, and I really wanted to get a copy of this, and it's not been freely available here in the UK, but basically because you've got old school Renaissance sort of specialists there, you can get hold of a copy, which I was really glad to do so. Then below that, review copy of Dune from Adiphius. Again, looking forward to getting to this, because I've done a review of basically the version from Last Unicorn Games, published in 2000 to very limited quantities. I've got a copy upstairs. Did a review of that. That was really fascinating. Okay, the fun I'm going to have, but getting this back into the house, having got it all the way out here. Here we have Shiver. This is from Parable Games, horror game. Very nice. Thank you very much for giving me a copy. Again, a review copy. It's a horror role-playing game. Looking forward to really getting into that. And really kind of open and easy to read. You know, that's going to be quite a good-looking book, and I think going to be interesting, because I always like to see what different people take on a horror role-playing game. Let me see what else. So, and then we have a pre-apocalyptic setting guide, which is Magical Industrial Revolution by Scourge. And again, this, like Esoteric Enterprises, this is probably the most expensive book I bought over the weekend. Again, from an OSR dealer, and again, because I just couldn't get it from anywhere else. Then a couple of D&D modules from Critical Kit. So we're looking at the Blind Raven. And these are really basically one-shot adventures, which you can easily drop into your campaign or just play as they are. And I've been doing these as the short Friday reviews. And another one, which is the Scourge of Olfando. Again, this is definitely a one-shot. And basically drop this onto a Friday Fantasy, and you know, it's there basically. And these are nicely done, nice artwork, and then you've got decent layout in here. You know, really kind of keep it simple, plain, easy to play and run, and then easy to add to your campaign. Next, we've got a couple of copies of Periplus of Seven Gonatella, derived from the writings of Greg Stafford, Jeff Richard, Sandy Bliss, etc. This is a piece of fiction kind of setting. And there's stuff blowing away which I need to go and get. So hold on a second. These were not available for sale, but they're done by someone we know, sort of like as a presentation sort of thing, book. And I will review that. And I've got to get hold of another copy for a friend. I've got a copy there, 2 copies there for a friend, one for another friend as well. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, things blowing away, put somebody at the gate, who's actually come to collect that book I've just showed you. Lastly, Filthful Symmetries from Pelgrane Press, to go with this. New releases for Trail of Cthulhu. And then the last book in here is the spy game, 5th edition, basically espionage role-playing, if I wanted to look at this as well. So, yes, now that's everything from the weekend that I picked up to review over the course of the next 6 months. Gonna keep me busy until Games Expo. So yeah, and also there'll be proper unpacking and unboxing here, which I can fit in around the weather. Anyway, sorry, thank you once again for watching sort of like an unbagging in the Nook in the midst of sort of like damp and cold weather. Somehow got to get that back in the bag in the house, and yeah. So, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do click the like button down below. And if you want to see the actual unboxings of these and other things, then do subscribe, and you'll see me back in here for about 10 minutes each time with, you know, something which I'll unpack or unbag, so on, talk about basically the best extent of my knowledge. All accompanied by sometimes a cat who's not ours, and a nice hot cup of tea. Thanks for watching, and if you're at Dragonmeet, hopefully you had a great time. If not, hopefully you'll be able to get out to a good gaming convention near you next year. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again soon. Bye for now.